Hello, welcome to DCC Model Railway Signalling and welcome to release 4.5.0 of the application. The key feature in this release is Schematic Routes, giving you the ability to add route buttons onto your schematic, whereby you can set up a full route through the layout just by one click. So for example here we have a number of route buttons and we're going to set up a route from up main all the way round to the goods loop, all the way back again and onto the up main again. So here we go, up main to goods loop. If you hover over the button, it will give you a tooltip providing further information. So we'll click on that and you will see all the points and signals changing automatically to provide the route through to the goods loop. And now goods to up, that's the second half of it. So if we click on that, and you will see the route get set up. Full interlocking is preserved, so you'll see that a number of the other route buttons have been greyed out. Now those routes have been set up as they are effectively locked by some of the signals. And if you hover over the locked out route buttons, it will tell you why they're locked out. Which is sort of quite useful when sort of trying to sort of figure out what state your layout is in. Route clear down is just as easy. You can manually clear it down. So for example, up to goods, just by deselecting the button, and it will set all the signals to on and clear any points down before finally unhighlighting the route back to the default color. You can also automatically clear down routes based on a track sensor. So here, for example, I have a track sensor right at the end of the layout on up main. So if I simulate a train going through that layout, so there we go, I'll just sort of click all of the buttons along the route to pass it to there, and then when I finally click that final track sensor, you can see it's automatically shut down the route. Now we'll talk a bit more about how these routes are configured. So if I put it into edit mode and select one of these routes, so we'll look at the one that we've just set up to goods. So that's the name that appears on the button. That is the route color, which will be set when the route has been successfully set up. And then all you need to do is you need to list the points that need to be set to enable that route. So for example here, point 10 has to be set to normal, which is that one up there. Point 11, that one there, has to be set to normal again. Point 14 has to be switched, and point 9 has to be switched. And as far as the signals are concerned, the only signal we've got to clear for this route is signal 6, which is that one, because this route effectively ends once the train is in the goods loop. Highlighting is configured down here, so you can see the route lines to highlight. And if we just select one of the lines, just try and select that there, you see line 11. So that's line 11 there, and that appears in our list of route lines to highlight. And then as far as points to highlight are concerned, this is slightly different to the points to set, because here we have points automatically switching other points. So as far as changing points is concerned, we just need to change the one which has got the control button on it. As far as points to highlight are concerned, if it involves point 14 and the one that point 14 is switching, which is point 13, both of those have to appear in the list, 14 and 13. You can set a switching delay, so between each action of either switching a point or clearing a signal, it will give a half a second delay. Or if we wanted to set that to 0, it will be relatively instantaneous. So we'll just switch that to 0, click apply, clear down some of these other windows. I'm going to leave that open while we go back to run mode. But now, if we set the up to goods, you can see that's pretty instantaneous. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to have a sort of prototypical switching of the points in sequence and signals in sequence, or whether you just want everything to happen straight away. Track sensor for route reset, again, this is optional. So the track sensor there is track sensor 7. So when the train passes that, that will automatically clear down the route. And I use track sensors for this because we don't really want to use signals because a train might sort of pass a signal, but it's not sort of fully clear of the route. So if you start sort of clearing down the sort of points behind the train, you know, that might sort of interfere and sort of derail the train as it's going through. So the sensors always need to be positioned at a point where the train is going to be clear of any sort of points along the route. And then finally, you've got the option for resetting points on deselection, and it's entirely up to you whether you do this or not. When a route has been cleared down, it will automatically set all the signals on that route to back to on. But you might want to leave the points in the state that they are, ready for the next route, because you might have sort of several routes which involve changing the points to the same configuration, basically. So it's entirely up to you whether you do that or not. I'll just demonstrate that. If I untick that and click apply, route 20, and I now just select. And so what we'll do, we'll just do a reset layout to put everything back to its default. And now when we click the up to goods, instantaneously set up. And now if we clear the route down, and this time we'll clear it down automatically by clicking on that track sensor there. You can see it's cleared the route down as far as setting the signals to danger, but it's left the points as they are. And that basically summarises the feature. I hope you find it useful, and thanks for watching. Yeah, goodbye.